Alright, so if you don't already know, there was a Nintendo Direct earlier today. As you can see over here, they had a Super Mario Bros. Movie Direct where they talked about the movie and of course showed a trailer. If you want to see my reaction to the trailer, you can check out my non-Sonic channel, link in the description, where we talked about the movie and reacted to the trailer. If you just want to see the reaction on its own, you can check out the Clips channel where I posted just the trailer reaction on its own. So if you want to see my full opinions on the movie, you can go there. But this is the Sonic channel, so we're here to turn this into our Lord and Savior, the Sonic the Hedgehog. And the big question is, since video game movies have not always been the greatest and the Sonic movies have been considered to be decent, will the Mario movie beat the Sonic movie, or maybe just one of them, or not? So we're going to get into this discussion right now. But if you're subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers and hopefully 7,000 subscribers before Sonic Frontiers comes out. So, what constitutes beating the movie? Now, there's two things that determine if you beat a movie, right? Money and the court of public opinion, which could be dissected into two sections like critics and fans, but really it's still the court of public opinion, right? Those are the two metrics. So, will it beat those two metrics? Now, if you want my opinion on what I think, not what the public will be, I liked the trailer, okay? I think it was decent. The only thing I didn't like was Chris Pratt as Mario. Sounded off. I'm sorry. Sounded off. I know Mario has had that kind of non-high-pitched voice in the past before, but I think they would have been better off doing something similar to what they did in the Mario Sports Mix press conference, where like Mario was...
Well, first I want to say thank you very much for everyone who made this moment possible.
He can speak full sentences. I feel like they should have done something like this, but not to the same level of extreme. Like a little bit lower pitched, a little bit more tolerable for a full movie, but not quite just Chris Pratt's voice.
How about the three? So these all-stars on board.
That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, you can check the non-Sonic channel if you want to see the full opinion on that. But aside from that, Jack Black did a great job as Bowser. I didn't really hear much of Luigi. We didn't hear Peach. Key is Toad, beautiful. Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek did a good job. You know, and apparently Charles Martinet is doing narration, like he's a narrator. There was a whole leak for the Mario movie, by the way. And I want to quickly get into that also. Jack Black said you'd be surprised to see that Bowser has a musical side in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And before that, there was a leak, which I'm not going to read the leak, but if you scroll down, they basically leaked the whole plot. And they mentioned that there were songs in the movie. But it's not a musical. Some people are saying the movie was a musical. It was like 3 songs. But nonetheless, this leak probably is legit. So if you want to know what's in the movie, you can look it up yourself and read it. I'm not going to read it here. But yeah, based on what I saw in the trailer, aside from Chris Pratt, the movie looks solid. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up liking this more than Sonic Movie 1. Because Sonic Movie 1 was a movie that didn't really respect the lore of the franchise. I mean, they had references, but it was very much like, here's the real world and we plop Sonic into it, and then Robotnik is an evil human, obviously. But aside from that, it's not that faithful to the actual franchise in terms of like bringing in the characters and shit like that. They wanted it to be like very mainstream appealing. So I was never in love with the first movie. It wasn't bad, it wasn't a flop, I wasn't in love with it. The second movie brought in way more of the lore, more characters, arguably the best portrayal of Knuckles ever, which is why I love that movie and I actually wanted to rewatch it. And yes, so I feel like the Mario movie has a good chance for me, personally, at beating the first Sonic movie. Like, I would be surprised if it was unable to do that, because you can see that they're respecting the lore a lot more here. I mean, all the characters are here, like, they're not just doing, like, a Mario in the real world, because otherwise that would just be Metro Kingdom and Super Mario Odyssey. Speaking of Super Mario Odyssey, I recently went back to finally beat Darker Side. I put it off for, like, 5 years, so I'm just happy about that. I want to talk about that. But, anyway, what was I saying? If you put Mario in the real world with no other Mario characters, it will literally just feel like Metro Kingdom. So I'm glad they didn't do that, even though I like Metro Kingdom. I'm glad they're actually leaning into the lore more, and I think that's the reason why I will prefer it to the first Sonic movie, just because it's more respectful of the lore. I don't think it will beat the second Sonic movie for me, because I am a Sonic fan first before Mario, and the way they portrayed Knuckles in that movie was just too good. But I mean, you never know, right? Who knows? But I don't think so, right? I think it'll beat the first movie, not the second. Nonetheless, we're here to talk about the most important metrics, which is the court of public opinion and money, right? Let's get the easy one out of the way first, because, like, let's look at These are the highest grossing films based on video games. As you can see, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is 4th, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is 6th, right? Surprisingly, the Prince of Persia movie still sold more than Sonic the Hedgehog. But Angry Birds movie is up there, Uncharted, and then above Sonic the Hedgehog 2 you got Rampage, I didn't even know that was a thing, Detective Pikachu, and then Warcraft at the top. Now, to be fair, Sonic movie only came out in 2022, whereas Rampage, Detective Pikachu, and Warcraft came out 2018, 2019, 2016. So it's not impossible, given they're not that far apart, it's not impossible that the Sonic movie could still make more money. I don't know if they count like Blu-ray sales or like streaming or anything like that in these numbers. If they did, then maybe Sonic could catch up. I don't know. If it doesn't count that, then I guess it's stuck there. But it's not that far off from the top slot. Which means, if we look at the numbers of Detective Pikachu, which is 433 million, right? I think the Mario movie could pretty much surpass the Sonic movie and even surpass Detective Pikachu, which Warcraft is only right above that. So the Mario movie could most likely become the highest grossing film adaptation of all time. Some people saying it could do $1 billion. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, if the highest video game movie ever isn't even at $500 million, they'd have to more than double that. So that's a stretch. I wouldn't say impossible. I mean, Despicable Me 3 did $1 billion. So Despicable Me 3 could do $1 billion. Maybe Mario can. But in terms of sales, yes, the Mario movie will outsell the Sonic movie. It's Mario, more iconic character. Simple as that. But we're here to talk about the court of public opinion, since we've already settled on the first one. And that one, I don't know. We have to look at 3 different sources of opinions. We've got Metacritic, we've got IMDb, and we've got Rotten Tomatoes. This is for the Sonic movies that both came out. If we go to IMDb, the Sonic movie has a 6.5 out of 10 with 138,000 votes. This is just regular people can vote on here. Sonic movie 2 has the same score with about less than half of the votes, which I don't know how the second movie got the same score as the first when it was clearly better. But a lot of the casual fans might not have been happy that this one was more faithful to the lore and the characters of the franchise, because I guess it's less recognizable to them. They care more about the humans or whatever the fuck. There were some reviews like that when it came out. So it's even on IMDb. And then we look at Metacritic. Let me pause this before I get a copyright claim. We look at Metacritic. The Metascore, which means the critic opinion, was 47, which is pretty low. But the user score was 8.1 for the first movie. Go to Metacritic for Sonic Movie 2. Once again, 47 for the critic opinion. 7.9 for the user score. So 0.2 lower than the first movie, which again is wrong. I mean, most Sonic fans agree that the second movie was better, but again, that casual market might have appreciated the fact that the first movie was less reliant on actually knowing what Sonic was about, because again, it was more casual focused. So I can see why the scores may be skewed. And I think the best one is Rotten Tomatoes, because here, critics score 63%, audience score 93%, and then the second movie has a 69%, which is 6% higher than the first movie, and then 96% audience score, which is 3% higher than the first movie. So I think that's the best one because, well, it aligns my opinions. So, yeah. The question is, can the Mario movie surpass these numbers? And we'll have to see. At the end of the day, 47 critic score is not high. So it being that is not really anything crazy. But the user scores of 8.1 and 7.9, that's going to be a tougher sell, right? 8.1, 7.9, those are high scores, right? Especially 8.1. So they're going to have to do a lot of work if they want to beat those numbers. In fact, can we even find what the Mario movie is? Like the 1993 movie? We type that in right now. I'm just going to type in Mario and then select movies and see if we can find. Yeah, that was a 35. I mean, it's kind of insulting when you think about it. Like, the fact that the Mario movie here has got only 12 points less than the Sonic movie 2, that's a bit disrespectful. I mean, I know that they're more biased towards Mario than Sonic, but like, is Mario gonna get higher points simply because it's Mario? Because the users clearly knew that this was low. But anyway, it's very possible that they get a higher critic score than the Sonic movies if we're talking Metacritic. And as for Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know. I don't know if they'll pass. Rotten Tomatoes are usually pretty solid. You know, you can't fool them. Right? Metacritic, I don't know who's giving it 47 for the second movie. IMDb, a 6.5. I'd be surprised if the Mario movie beats down IMDb. IMDb is a lot of the general public, so it's a lot more ruthless. Let me see what Despicable Me actually got, because that would be actually important, because it's Illumination, right? That got 7.6. You never know, right? You never know. You never know. I think in the court of public opinion, Sonic Movie 2 will probably still be the highest. But again, you just never know. But I'll be looking forward to the movie nonetheless. It's coming out in April, and I'll be giving my opinions, of course, on the Non-Sonic channel. Link in the description. Let me know if you think the Mario movie will beat the Sonic movie in critic opinion or public opinion. I definitely think money-wise Mario's winning. Critic opinion could go either way. User opinion, I think Sonic will probably still edge it, especially the second movie, even though the first movie has actually been scoring higher for the most of these sites. But I still think Sonic Movie 2 will be the highest amongst the people, right? Critics and money, different story. Critics is in the air, it's in the middle. Money is going to Mario. User is going to Sonic. That's my final verdict. Let me know what you guys think about that. Of course, make sure to check out the Non-Sonic channel. Link will be in the description. But we'll see what happens when everything is over. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Remy out.